All right, adding and subtracting radicals, intermediate level. All we're going to do here is that we need to make sure, like we said, for the basic level, you needed to be able to find the ones that had the same number underneath the radical and then combine the values in front. So in this case, with intermediate, we have a step to do before that. So our step before is we need to simplify each radical. And so again, we're breaking it down into our prime factors. So when we look at 24, we can start wherever. We can start with, I'm going to start with 4 times 6. We could have done 2 and 12, 3 and 8. It doesn't matter. So 4 breaks down to be 2 times 2. 6 breaks down to be 2 times 3. And I'm just going to break down each one separate. So as we're looking then at this first term, because there's not anything on the shelf, remember there's an imaginary 2. And so we need 2 of a kind in order for us to pull out. So notice that there's already a 4 on the outside. So that 4 is going to come straight down. We have a pair of 2s, so we're going to take a 2 out. And then we don't have any more pairs, and so that 2 times 3 is going to stay underneath. So this 2 and 3. And then we're going to jump over and look at 54 and do this same thing. So 54 is going to break down to be 6 times 9. You can start with 2 and 27, whatever works for you. I just did 6 and 9. So this is going to break down to be 2 and 3, and 9 breaks down to be 3 times 3. And again, because there's nothing sitting on that shelf or there's not an index written, there's really a 2. So again, we need 2 of a kind in order to be able to pull out. So I have 2 3s. There's nothing on the outside, so the negative sign is going to come straight down. We're going to take out a 3, and then notice that you have a 2 and a 3 left over. And then our last one, which is our 150, we're going to break that down. And so as we're looking with that one, we've got 150. I'm just going to start with 15 and 10. We've got 3 and 5, and 10 is 2 and 5. And then again, as we're looking at that, notice that you've got a 2 already out. So that's going to be plus 2. There's nothing sitting on the shelf. So again, there's a 2 there. And we're going to look for groups. So we have a group of 5. So a 5 is going to come out. And then we have a 3 and a 2 left over. So that's still going to stay underneath. And so now we're going to simplify each of those. So 4 times 2 is 8. And then a root 6 underneath. Second term is going to be the 3. And then 2 times 3 is a root 6 underneath. And then our last one, 2 times 5 is 10 with a root 6 underneath. And the nice thing now, hopefully you notice, is that all of these have a root 6. And so because all of them have a root 6, then we're just going to combine the numbers in the front. So we have 8 subtract 3, which is 5, and then 5 plus 10, which is 15. So we have 15 root 6. And that would be our answer.